And just while we're waiting for Paul Carberry to make his way over from the Horsebox car park, I'm delighted to be joined by host Joey Moore, Joey, and of course your wife Emma, very kind hosts for today's Antler Challenge. You're overseeing the gate jumping as well, so just tell us a little bit about the gate and the heights that we may like to see.
Thank you, James. Yeah, well, thanks to everyone for coming for a start. It's such a glorious day and it's great to see so many people out. So the gate will be starting at 1.15 meters and we'll go up in increments of maybe 2 to 4 inches, just depending. And I suppose the height will be determined by how far we can go. So the ground is in good order, the horses look well, the riders are primed, and Paul is actually here. So it looks like we're ready to kick off. So best of luck to everybody.
Thank you. This might be the only opportunity we have today when everybody is looking in. Could I ask for a very kind round of applause to Joey and his wife Emma for having us here today at Primrose Park. The Antler Challenge has turned into the must-see event of the year. So Paul Carberry, as ever, making a late entrance. And PC has arrived now. So now we can get underway. And we're going to start in race card order. So Susan Oakes will be our first one to have a go. So if I could ask the other riders please to exit the gate jumping arena. So all going well, we expect everyone to certainly exit the first round all together and head into the second round, but you never know, the judges might be in a good mood because the weather is fine, the sun is out. So Susan just getting one last opportunity to get a warm up into her horse. So if we could ask for Susan Oakes please to the gate jumping to get ourselves underway in the underwriting exchange. Jason McKeown Equine Dentistry sponsored gate jumping, €500 up for grabs, 500 quid up for grabs for the winner of the gate jumping. So a round of applause for our first one, Susan Oakes, into the ring. All eyes on Susan, renowned equestrian and freshly landed and straight from Dublin Airport following a hunt with the Palm Beach Foxhounds and safely into round one. Next up, Sarah Maxwell, in colours that were in the winner's enclosure only once this week, courtesy of Lossymouth. And Sarah Maxwell in the pink and light green, the Mr. Blobby Silks, of course. Riding Vince, a 9-year-old. So round one for Sarah. Go on Sarah, have another go, we're not looking. We don't think that was an attempt, and we were just having a look at where you were going. As the hush descends. There we go. Lucky Sarah had a little sneak preview of where she was supposed to be going. Next up, Dean Enright. Dean riding Del Boy, regular with the Westmeads. Okay, the Sarah Maxwell route is obviously the way to go. We didn't change the gate from when you were in here the last time. So this 12-year-old Del Boy and Dean Enright. So far we have very clean jumping from our three. Derek Keeling. So Derek riding Luxy. Derek and Luxy have been hunting together for the last 2 seasons. He's usually doing gates, not jumping them. Little rattle off that one, but safely through to round 2. Paul Carberry. We should just let Paul jump straight into the last round, really. But Paul, who jocked off his own daughter to take part. Looks as though he took Casey Lou's jacket as well. PC, who apparently retired this year, but is making a comeback for the Antler Challenge Gate Jumping. Just don't tell the doctors. Safely into the next round. Dave Bennett. Bit fresh, Dave. All right, and we're all delighted to see Dave back. Dave doing what Dean and Sarah did, just having a little look. And a deserved round of applause for Dave. Next we have Shane Crabbe. Now there's no pressure on Shane, but Callum is going home with a trophy. So the family name rests on Shane's shoulders, just to get through to round 2. No problem. Final one for round 1. Tyler, please. Tyler James Murphy. No, don't. Jordan Parr. Sorry, my fault. I can't read my own writing. I don't have any doubt that Jordan will be putting a picture up on Facebook. And he'll probably have a for sale sign on it as well. So judging by how the first round went, immediately following the gate jumping competition, which judging by the first round is going to go on until tomorrow, there will be a riders briefing for the Senior Antler Challenge at the Green Lurry. So following the running of the gate jumping, we are going straight into the Senior Antler Challenge briefing. 125 is the height. 125. All right, Susan, come on. It's cold standing here. And Susan, of course, riding H-Door, 17 years old, but a trusty lieutenant of the Oaks household. Has the advantage of being a retired show jumper. I think Susan will be going into about round 5. Sarah's next. Now Sarah, I don't think we're going to let you have a little look every round, all right? Sarah, of course, riding the 9-year-old Vince. Little rattle, but safely standing. Dean, all eyes on Dean. So 1.25 is what they're jumping currently. We're in round 2, and we definitely have a round 3 because the first 2 have gone clear. Here's Dean Enright. We now have 3 into the next round. Derek, you're next up into the pressure cauldron. This 13-year-old horse. So round one underway, and that's our first one knocked out. First one knocked down as well. So Derek, you exceeded your expectations anyway. You got into round two. So one down. Next up, Paul Carberry. So PC next. Paul Carberry, who napped I Know the Way You're Thinking at a Cheltenham preview in England there last week, guaranteeing an invite back for next year. He napped it because he said it was the only horse he knew that was running. And safely into round three. Dave Bennett. Dave and Big Red, this 12-year-old. Unfortunate there, just a trailing hind leg, the gate hitting the ground. So that's two out, Shane Crabbe. So unfortunately, 1.25 exiting Derek and Dave. So Shane Crabbe next. Inches to spare. Jordan, final one for round two. So we have two out, and Jordan safely through. Susan will be the next in as the gate now leaves the ground. We have a bit of daylight from the bottom rung. One, 3-5. Susan, please. Here comes Susan. So all eyes on the 1.35 m. This should be no problem. Oh, nearly commentator's curse. Apologies, Susan. Sarah, I won't do the same to you. So if Sarah clears this, we'll definitely have around 4, 1.35. Said the gate is off the ground now, a bit of daylight, so it's a hanging gate now. We have a jump off. Dean Enright. Dean usually seen wearing a green coat with the Westmeads. This Belgian warm blood showing oodles of scope as Paul Carberry steps forward. Yep, that's you, Paul. So through we have Susan, Sarah and Dean. And Paul Carberry next riding Romeo. Saying that doesn't match the picture, but anyway. Tender hooks there for a second, but the gate's still standing. Shane Crabbe up next. Plenty of daylight between the top rung and the hind legs there as Jordan steps forward. So 1-3-5 not showing any problems, or proving to be troublesome for any of these horses. And Jordan there donning the new fashion accessory of 2025, the Waven Pipe. And doing it like a pro. So the gate goes up again. So our third round. Fourth round. Jill can't read her own writing. 1-4-5. Susan, please. We're just going to stop the swing. So Susan Oaks up next. Round 4 to 1-4-5. 1.45 meters. Of course, donning the question mark that John Mulhern made famous with his racing colours. Susan has worn plenty of times in charity events. Rattle of the top bar from a front toe clip, but safely hanging. So all pressure on Sarah now to make another round. So Susan 145, no problem. Sarah Maxwell up next. So Sarah and Vince. Unlucky, Sarah. Unlucky. So next up to have a go, Dean Enright. So Susan is through, or has cleared 145. Dean is next. 145 proving too much for Sarah. Dean just needing an extra lap when he comes. So we have a next round. We'll have Susan and Dean anyway, as Paul Carberry bids to make it 3. Paul Carberry and Douglas Cavalier, better known as Dougie. That's the horse, not Paul. He's better known as Alice. Oh! Unlucky. If we had an action replay, that would have looked good. So Shane Crabbe is next. Hard luck, Paul. So here comes Shane Crabbe. Next to have an attempt at 145. So we have Susan through and we have Dean. And we have Shane. And we have Shane. So next in we have Jordan. So we have 3. Can we make it 4? Yes, we can. So up again. You can drop it if you want, but it won't be as fun. So we have 4. So we lost Sarah In our previous round, we lost Paul Carberry. That's it. So we have going through Susan, Dean, Shane, and Jordan. 150. 150. Round 5. The hind legs jumped 150 anyway. Unlucky Susan, hard luck. Dean is next. Dean, you're next up to jump 150 in the underwriting exchange. Jason McKeown Dentistry sponsored gate jumping. And a reminder, senior riders for the Antler Challenge, the briefing takes place immediately following the completion of the gate jumping. So this is Dean Enright. Dean Enright taking the gate home as a souvenir. That sees him out at 150. Shane, as I said, Shane, no pressure, but Callum won a prize earlier. And Keith Donahue won a prize last week. So, all eyes on Shane Crabbe. All the pressure on Shane Crabbe. Oh! And he couldn't handle it. He cracked. So now we have Jordan. You could go viral now, Jordan, if you go clear. You love your socials. You might even throw in a horse box for sale. You never know. 150. Right, we'll give Jordan total hush and make it as much pressure as possible. So total silence. But if you don't jump it, just go through it. Right, Susan, you're in next. We're going to go again. Susan, Dean, Shane, and Jordan. So we'll give you one last round at 150.
Probably
you
not
haven't
safe
put it up, lads,
because-
have you? Still 150. Shane getting last minute advice from Keith Donahue. That's coaching on the sidelines, lads.
I'll make you mine.
Dunner Myler trying to look cool in his aviators. So as they go down. Now, let's see how Dean reacts to the pressure. Susan could clear it. She jumped 160 at that. Come on, Dean. How high do your gates hang in Westmeath? Yes. We're going to be here till tomorrow at this rate. Right, Shane? Just do what Keith Donahue did.
I really want to ask if you can go back to my car. Do you think your mom will let you? Probably.
Shane trying to stick his ass in the air like Keith does.
Maybe. I got one and he'll be like,
Right, Jordan. Absolutely no pressure, but everybody else went clear on their second attempt. So 3 riders have had a second attempt at 150 and all went clear. All eyes on Jordan Parr. Can he make it 4? Yes, he can. Right, up again. We have Susan Oakes, Dean, Shane and Jordan. I think it's safe to say the start of the Senior Antler Challenge is being delayed. $155. fairness, it is cold. Okay, Susan Oakes is up first. $155 the height now. Dean. Susan has cleared 155. If ever there was a look of concentration, that's it. Or fear. No, we cracked a smile. And we cleared the gate. Shane, we have another round anyway, guaranteed. So we will be going to 160. So Shane Crabbe up next. Checking that the gate hasn't moved. Oh, unlucky. Keith might have something to say about that. Right, we have 2 into the next round. Unfortunately, Shane, Joey's not that generous. He's not going to give you another go. So we move on to Jordan. And don't forget, Shane Crabbe's horse is for sale and for hire as long as the gates are 150 or less. Right, Jordan and the Waven Pipe up next. It's still hanging. It's still hanging. We have 3 into the next round. 8th round. And don't worry, we're not running out of holes yet. $160 for Susan. So we started at 125. We're up to 160 now. So Susan Oakes up next. Susan, of course, did the gate jumping last year, side saddle. As she said earlier on in the OB truck, all she wants to do is keep a leg either side. And the horse duly obliging. So 160, no problem. Okay, Dean. Can you make it 2? Dean, who's up all night polishing his boots by the look of it. We have a jump off. Jordan. But Jordan's after finding a friend or two in the crowd. $160. And it hangs. Right, up again, lads. $165, Susan. In you come. 165. You can do the lap of honour after you clear it, Susan. So 165. I think we're in the 9th round. I'm freezing. Oh! Unlucky. Unlucky. Dean. So our 9th round, Dean Enright next, and all riders for the Senior Antler Challenge. Don't forget your riders briefing at the green lorry immediately following the completion of the gate jumping. So 165. Proving too much for Dean there, 165. So Jordan Parr, last one to have a roll of the dice. So here's Jordan, final one of the 3 to having a go. The previous 2 have been failed attempts. So can he win the €500? No, he can't. Okay, Susan, back in. Joey said because he's not doing it, you have to keep jumping. Susan, you were very unlucky the first attempt at 165. You're smiling on takeoff, so. Joey says you will jump this. I don't know if that was an order or a hope. David, if I move over you, they're all trying to take you out of it there. Tell you, Susan is spotting some strides. She's getting longer on takeoff each time. Dean, unlucky Susan. Dean, you're next. So here's Dean. $1.65 m. Jordan, can you make it into the next round? So Dean is through. Jordan is next. So here's Jordan. All eyes on Jordan Parr now. Dean Enright has cleared 165. We have another round. Lads, do you want to go again? Yeah, they want to go again. Put it up, lads. Right. Joey's bottle is rotten, obviously, and he's on the ground. Sure, it's not sunset until 7. 11th round, and it's now 170. Sticking out your tongue worked the last time, Dean. Didn't work this time. All right, Jordan. So €500 courtesy of the Equine Exchange, Underwriting Exchange, not Equine Exchange, Underwriting Exchange and Jason McKeown Equine Dentistry. And Jordan Parr bidding to win it outright, or else we're going to have to split. All square. So Dean and Jordan, if you want to come back up together, please. And a round of applause for Dean Enright and Jordan Parr. A big thank you to our sponsors, the Underwriting Exchange and Jason McKeown. And most of all, one last round of applause for all of our entrants in the gate jumping. We had, of course, Dean Enright, Paul Carberry, Dave Bennett, Shane Crabbe and Jordan Parr. Derek, you can come in and we'll give you a round of applause as well. So well done, Dean, well done, Jordan. And a thank you to Jason McKeown. You might even throw in a free check for your horse, you never know if you speak nicely to him. And a thank you to Stephen O'Connor of the Underwriting Exchange. So